aka Best Bail Bonds. Big game coverage live from Las Vegas. Powered by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Synergenics, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You are here.
Let's get this show rolling. Hello, we are here at 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This is Kayvon Thibodeaux, your host, or co-host, or guest.
It is recorded.
Whatever you want to call it. Listen, I am here, and we are in Las Vegas. I'm here representing Chunky Sacks Hunger. We have donated 4 million meals to feed America. How have we done it? Through raising money and getting sacks. Don't we love it?
There you go. Thanks.
All right, see you guys later.
Well, Kayvon, you seem rehearsed, to say the least.
Hey, time to work.
Do you want to interview Rob? So this is Rob Thompson. I'm RJ Ochoa. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, obviously. You ever been down to San Antonio?
Yes, actually. I've been there once. I was there for All-American Bowl back
Of course.
in high school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he does the play-by-play.
You do?
Yes, he does.
So he said your name.
Wow, that's amazing. If you do the play-by-play, I give you credit, man. That's very hard.
So I heard a rumor about you, all right? Nobody knows anything about your life. You're not a public figure in any way, all right? But I heard this, all right? You kind of own Saquon on the board.
Oh, on the chessboard?
On the chessboard. Is this true?
He just started.
Okay.
He's still fresh. He's growing. I don't own him. I don't own anybody. He's just, he's been getting better though.
So I heard this, and I constantly play chess with my friends. This is one of my best friends, Jimmy. You want to make my move? I'm black. So I want you to assess the situation. I'm down a little bit bad right here.
Yeah.
But you make the next move for me against my friend Jimmy.
I mean, he got you already.
I know. I mean, it's tough. But still, if you make the move, I can say Kayvon Thibodeaux made it.
I'm not gonna make it.
Wow. I respect that, actually.
Yeah, I can't have that. Can't have my record tarnished.
How tight are you and Saquon?
We're like boys, man. He's definitely been a mentor to me. He kind of took me under his wing when I first got in, and it's been special.
When I hear vets, and well, he's not a vet, and neither, you're considered more of a vet, I think, than he is in some of the locker rooms. No, listen where I'm going. Because I heard what Martindale has said about you running the defense. And your voice has weight now. I mean, it's fast. I heard you say Saquon should have been paid before dimes, for Danny. Thoughts? You still stand by it?
I stand by everything I say. I just think, when you talk about sports in general, it's just all about, camaraderie and team and everything like that. So, obviously, I'm happy everybody gets paid. We're all robbing the same train, if I'm being honest. We all want to get paid as much as possible. It makes the market go up. I just think the running back position is so undervalued from a media market. But when you talk about, watching a game, like everybody want to watch a superstar running back. Everybody wants to see what, he can do. So I just think, as a NFL as a whole conglomerate, we need to value our running backs more.
Is that obviously your teammates, but Saquon's unique in that he's like a legend, right? Like at the collegiate level, I would say like McCaffrey kind of walks in that same space. Like, again, I'm not saying it wouldn't be true if it were a different player that you were tight with or whatever, shared a locker room with, but I have to imagine like his fame and his legend kind of speaks to that, even though it came before his time in the NFL.
When you talk about just his legacy, I think it speaks volumes to the work he puts in and the character he has, right? And through all of the trials and tribulations of him being in the league, he's been the same guy, and he's been consistently, putting in the work. So, I'm happy to be his teammate. I'm happy for him to be one of my mentors as well.
He's Kayvon Thibodeaux sitting in here with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I saw Wink Martindale talk about you earlier this year. He called you a savant.
Wow.
He called you a defensive savant. You're calling plays, and it was more about your locker room presence. Mm-hmm. Talk about how you came into a locker room as a young fellow like this and really dominated both in the locker room and on the field.
I mean, I'll be honest, I ruffled a lot of feathers, being a young guy, and I'm a guy who's very vocal. I like to ask questions. I like to, get a full understanding of what's going on. And I care about the game. So me not only just asking questions and being around, but, at first, guys didn't take to it because they didn't know me. But once you get to know, me and you start to understand that I really care about the game and that I just want the betterment of everybody, I'm not just a guy that's going to, I'm not just getting myself better. I'm getting everybody under me, everybody around me better. So I think that's what he meant. And I think, my passion for the game, speaks for itself.
In my experience, just listening to you in different places, you have a passion for life. I mean, you're just kind of a,
seize the moment.
Yeah, and I think that, that the Giants were a little bit down before you got there, and this has been kind of a big turnaround. I'm curious, because you're such a cerebral and smart person, people have said that y'all were the victim of maybe overperforming in the first year of the rebuild, and that led to maybe not necessarily fair expectations.
That's a fair analysis. I could say that we did more. We didn't do more than I expected. My rookie year, I thought we were going to win 12 games, and we did. Mm-hmm. But this year, I thought we were going to win a Super Bowl. So you talk about, you don't know the NFL until, the season is in, right? Obviously, we're in the Super Bowl now, and maybe could you have guessed Patrick Mahomes was going to make it to the Super Bowl again? Yeah, you probably could have. But, there's no telling, with the NFL and how things are going to go.
We're down in San Antonio, and we're covering the Cowboys a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of what we do. When you look south, and obviously when players arrive, it's about situation and location. And you landed with Martindale was an ideal marriage. You do what he does well, and he made you better. And likewise, when you see guys land in Dallas and turmoil going on, what do you think?
I would hate, being a radio host in Dallas and having to cover those guys all the time. No, I'm joking. But, what happened with Dallas?
So Dan Quinn left. He's the head coach of the Commanders. You still got to see him.
No, I'm joking. I kid.
And actually, there's a little bit of like cross-pollination happening. So,
they're sending guys.
So Kellen Moore's in Philly.
I hope that they all just get confused and they all just share each other's notes and I just hope just keep us out of it. They can have all the drama they want. We're just going to keep grinding and keep our head down and keep working.
Do you really some guys are big football fans or whatever, and they pay more attention. Some guys, it's just work or whatever. Yeah. Like, what's your level of intrigue? Like, are you monitoring these things?
I'm a football fan. I don't monitor other teams, but I love watching players.
Gotcha.
Right? So I'm a fan of players, and I'm a fan of the game itself. But as far as, like, the back end on coaches and GMs, because honestly, this is a players' league. So no matter what coach you have, the players got to go out there and play. I love Andy Reid, but Patrick Mahomes is a legend.
He is Kayvon Thibodeaux. You know him well from Oregon and at the New York Giants. I got a question about what you consider yourself. Linebacker, end rush. Micah Parsons, Dallas Cowboy, hand up, edge rush, defensive end, linebacker. How do you quantify yourself?
Me, I'm an edge rusher all day. Pass rushing is my passion, and that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I am. So.
And you're helping Campbell's.
Don't put me anywhere else because all I want to do is get sacks for hunger.
I mean.
Right, or sack hunger.
Exactly.
Or chunky sacks hunger.
It's all.
Or sacks, Kayvon Thibodeaux sacks hunger.
So you understand SEO and internet language. Yeah, not your first time, very clearly. Campbell's is like an old school NFL thing. I imagine when you were very young, it's got to be cool. You're so in the moment, but to also look back and be like, this has been around forever. Now I'm a part of Campbell's and the NFL.
I actually used to eat, and I still do eat Campbell's Chunky. And it's like, you get to meet the people from Campbell's Chunky. It's full circle every time.
Interesting. As you look forward to the offseason, football's going to take care of itself and sort itself out. Because you're such an interesting person, I mean that seriously, What's a non-football thing you want to do this offseason? You're planning on doing?
I picked up the guitar. I'm learning how to play the guitar.
Whoa, electric, acoustic, what's the deal?
It's acoustic right now. Okay. I'm learning to get my strings right, but I'm definitely doing that. I'm getting back in my religion. I'm getting back, diving into the book and, kind of exploring the spiritual realm a little bit more too.
Living in the city, we had Jalen Hyatt, one of your teammates, on it yesterday. I asked him, you're living in the city, you got a little bit of money in your pocket, you enjoying the Big Apple? I ask you the same thing. You're using the city for what it's worth?
Come on. Like, why would you not? This is the biggest city in the world. So you're talking, and not big as in length or, size.
Right.
You're talking about, the moment you're in, right? It's humongous. So, man, I've been taking advantage, and I love it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Hopefully I'm there to the end of my career.
Your thoughts, because we have to ask like the radio thing, on the Cowboys, because we do cover them extensively. I hate them. I believe that. I have to imagine you really hate Dak, just because he you don't hate one more than the other.
I hate the owner. I hate everybody.
That's awesome. Do you wish that sports were like that?
Not personally, though.
Right. But when I was growing up, it was so cool how teams hated each other, and I think you get that at the collegiate level a lot more, and it's different, whatever. But everyone's so nice to each other now. You know what I mean? It kind of ruins rivalries sometimes.
Honestly, everybody wants to be cool and wants to be invited. I don't want to be invited. I don't want to go to anybody's party. Forget all that. I hate you guys. That's it.
Lock it out.
Well, Kayvon Thibodeaux here on Campbell's, or on behalf of Campbell's. Chunky, sacks, hunger. Kayvon, hunger, sacks, Campbell's, soup.
Chunky, sacks,
all of it.
Quarterbacks, sacks, chunky, sacks, hunger. We're fighting.
I wish you health, wealth, and happiness, but sports misery for obvious reasons. But individual success.
Listen, I hope that you guys find happiness because I know as a Cowboys fan, there's been a lot of turmoil.
You're right.
And I don't want that to continue for you.
You're right.
For the Cowboys, yes, but for you two, I like you guys.
That's respect. That's Kayvon Thibodeaux here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We have more coming right after this here in Las Vegas.
Okay, thank you.
Best Bail Bonds, big game coverage live from Las Vegas. Powered by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Synergenics, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.